Listeners, that if you like, I can take you back to 4, 5, 6 years ago. Promises were made to them about how much they were going to be paid, their salaries were going to be increased, and all of that. The agreements they have, sometimes we agree with them and then we default. I don't know why we do that. It's 6 minutes after 9 on 3FM Sunrise. My name is Johnny Hughes. Listen to them.
Monica Drogbe, together with her 3 children, were trapped for almost 48 hours with no food after many houses were inundated.
The agreement is that we will continue as it is. The strike will hold on. We will continue to strike. We'll meet an NSC tomorrow. So we are not calling off any strike. No.
Despite the meeting, documents were given?
The meeting, should I say, ended that way. We will make it clear, we make our position clear that because of the past precedents, we are not just willing to call off strike because they have instructed certain people. No. We want to see documents signed by both parties with timelines if it has to be done. They have written letters. So we are here to review what they have written.
That was yesterday. Now let me take you 4 years back. Listen.
Maybe so. We atamis any Mahama. Scanning by until you see your cost striker. Yes, sir. And yet, nay,
Muse mo cost strike. Oma, omo bodies war ha, omo person babe fa kono be den.
Listen, then fire. And fire. And fire who cry.
Enti se say dem pa na. Much workers no mo hwehwe.
Any week we a bar. Omo be fa.
Sika ben.
Sakituane endoso.
Sakituane endoso.
Endoso. Ofa ejuma ye wa ha. Ombisa. Government say ahe no mutua eka.
3FM 92.7.
Say obi wu na say the body ni free hospital e ba.
Omugu hospital wo. Omugu hospital wo ye nkofa. Wa na obekwa kofa.
Mele me fe gwa agba yin wo. Ya gashi.
So what it? Anya wo ebi ne aka. Ade na chewo. Oh, 50 JJ time. Kufuor time. Atamis time. Scanning BP wom ye ntua. Enti ye ka anokwara. Oh, when say gate ni atum.
Gate there. Baby about this new one.
Yatum. Okay. So we hwe ni ye.
Ma hwe ye se efiada pa na ya nipa befa omo body.
Share say yen too mu ana
92.7
me kas
Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.
Yen too and ya too we too don't get job.
Are you
An ambulance
driver?
Yes. Okay. Now you spoil out the people where they all spoil. So try to tell the government to make something for us. Okay. We begging. Bye bye.
Thank you.
It is. The strike will hold on. We will continue to strike. We'll meet an NSC tomorrow. So we are not calling off any strike. No.
Despite the meeting, documents were given?
The meeting, should I say, ended that way. We will make it clear, we make our position clear that because of the past precedents, we are not just willing to call off strike because they have instructed certain people. No. We want to see documents signed by both parties with timelines if it has to be done. They have written letters. So we are here to review what they have written. We'll continue to strike. We'll meet an NSC tomorrow. So we are not calling off any strike. No.
Despite the meeting, the documents
the meeting, should I say, ended that way. We will make it clear, make our position clear that because of the past precedents, we are not just willing to call off strike because they have instructed certain people. No. We want to see documents signed by both parties with timelines if it has to be done. They have written letters. So we are here to review what they have written.
November 2023. Now it's out there in the public domain. The Minister of Health, the Minister of Local Government, the Minister of National Security, Minister of Finance, Chief Executive Officer of the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, the Executive Secretary of the National Labour Commission. And it reads that intention to activate Section 159. We respectfully do not intend to bore your good selves with long essay. However, at the general meeting of members of Morgue, that's Mortuary Workers Association of Ghana, it was agreed that since all avenues to resolve our grievances has proven futile, notice of indefinite nationwide strike be served as in Section 159 of Act 651, that's 2003, that's the labor law. Our position is that all mortuary workers in Ghana shall lay down their tools starting on Wednesday, the 29th of November 2023, until all matters already in your domain are resolved. This is an exercise, of our rights as the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana stipulates. You are respectfully notified. No scheme of life can be right and complete which dooms those who toil hardest to get the meanest share of the good things of life to have a chance of living in the fullest sense. Dr. W.E. Du Bois, the Crisis, January 1919, is signed by Richard Kofi Jordan as a General Secretary for Mortuary Workers Association of Ghana, received duly by all the ministries and all those in copy. They have all signed on to this, but their monies have still not been agreed to. And this is why I want to turn attention to you, because you also heard a hearse driver who says that, look, if we do not take our time and we do not forward the conversation, the value chain, undertakers, those who drive the hearse, those who assist the undertakers, funerals will not be happening. So those who hire canopies, chairs, tables, those who do decor, those who cook food, and I mean there's a whole value chain. In fact, not long ago, our minister was talking about funeral tourism, no? And here we are, Sobolo and Co. Can you imagine? So let's activate the phone lines. What do you think? 055-924-2717, 055-924-2717, and 055-691-0154, 055-924-2717, and 055-691-0154. The health hazards and the difficulties that you might face if you, and we'll have the morticians in studio in a bit, but I want to give you an opportunity to call in. William,
hey, you know why I'm laughing?
No.
10 years ago, or even more, I saw this coming, me sitting here.
You saw it?
Yes. And what did I do?
Explain.
I sent my late uncle's body to Kolebu. And what I saw there, the Kolebu morgue, not the medical school morgue, the general one.
The main morgue, where the gentleman said the
conditions were so bad. And as a city, I know they have not improved. So when I left the place, where I worked previously, we sat together, led the team and said, look, let's put together a proposal and send to Kolebu through the head of the mortuary department. If somebody dies, there are phone calls made. You know, if somebody dies, if somebody dies,
go ahead, Senior. Sorry.
There are phone calls made. A lot of phone calls are made if somebody dies.
That's right.
when somebody dies, there are a lot of drinks are consumed.
Because of the family meetings.
Beverage, alcohol, and funeral. Insurance, because there's death, is involved. So the businesses around death.
The hair drivers.
So many. So I said, look, let Kolebu agree. Let's launch a campaign and get all these sectors to sponsor the campaign, raise funds. If you go to the Ghana Standards Authority, even them, they branded their walls. You know, they painted the walls and they were advertising on them and making money. You see their walls.
Yes.
So let's do that around the morgue, and then make some money to supplement what the government or the ministry was doing for these gentlemen and women who were there. Immediately they accepted the proposal.
Straight.
The team went to management, up and down. It didn't fly. Yes. So we're even supposed to replicate this in all the government mosques. Because those were the ones that were struggling. Because if you go to the private mosques, it doesn't happen there.
It doesn't happen there. It's
so when I lost
and it's clean and it smells good.
My dad and I took him to a private morgue. You enter the place, we even feel that there's anything going on.
Because right at Kolebu, when you go to the medical school morgue, is different. When you go to the general one,
our own Godwin Asideba has done a documentary on the situation there. I still have the document.
Let's pick this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir, boss. What's your name and location?
My name is Joseph.
Yes, sir, Joseph. Calling us from where, sir? Yes, sir.
Please, there is this issue. I'm a teacher.
Okay.
There is this issue I've been wanting to report.
No, hold on. So you can talk on the back end. Now we are discussing mortuary and mortuary people on strike. So you can call back after 10. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir, Osofu.
Oh, my brother.
It means that you will not be burying people too.
This comment, so it is just in the domain. Why do we always neglect where we shall all one day descend to? Most of us, especially whether we like it or not, we shall all go back to the earth, the cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh, my brother, even look at Awudome Cemetery. Anytime I pass there, in fact, I feel so ashamed. The place is not well kept at all, especially closer to the main roadside. And look at what is happening to our brother. And this is not the first. I remember even during the time of SY Mahama administration, similar demonstrations up and down, even to the extent that cabinet even came in. So we only try to call people, talk to them nicely. They go back and we take our back. But whatever we are doing, our allowances, our per diem, everything, we want it to be given to us promptly or upright.
Okay.
In fact, my brother, we are not you ourselves any good at all. Look at the beautiful ideas that your colleagues were sharing at the studio. Does it cost much? But oh, my brother, yeah, even free consultation, you will not even consult. If you are to truly listen to this outfit, especially 3FM, my brother. Oh, in fact, if Ghana will not be 80-90% changed within a year, then in fact, some of us will put down the castle. Or the clerical.
I hear you, sir.
Yes, we'll put it down. It's true.
Thank you.
But they will never listen.
Thank
brother,
you, sir.
It's okay.
Grateful.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're live on air.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. You know, my brother, in medicine, we say accurate prognostication of a problem, 80% of the problem. You are able to prognose the problem that the devil, our mortuary holistically is. When I took students to University of Ghana mortuary, before we entered the mortuary, when I was in the Department of Histopathology, most of the students, even not entering the mortuary, exhibit certain fear. But when they finally entered the mortuary, that fear in them is absolutely gone. They even enjoy lecturing inside the University of Ghana mortuary. But when you take them to the general mortuary at Kolebu, some of them don't even want to enter because of the conditions at the general mortuary.
That's right.
So if we can be able to improve the conditions over there, even mortuary work itself will be so attractive and infatuatable to the public because now few people who master courage gather momentum and bravado to be able to work at the mortuary. They want to take advantage of the situation that even if we are on strike, how many people will actually gather that bravado to be able to enter the mortuary and work? So I think that we need to improve the conditions holistically across all the mortuaries in Ghana here.
Thank you.
Then it will become so attractive for people to even, both male and female, to go there and work. Then nobody will try to, exhibit certain monopolistic tendency as we normally see in Ghana here.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Sorry about that. Please call us 055-924-2717, 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Assalamu.
Wa alaikum salam, Kusami. Talk to me.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
My interest is about assembly. I think it's time the leader take up this issue. It's because of the material. And so the personality that we send at the assembly, that's within the assembly.
Let's stick to the mortuary. We'll come back to general conversations because this one is important to me as well.
Okay. I think as brother, what is the name?
Odewale.
Odewale and the other guy who just spoke, and Robert.
Robert, yes, senior.
Robert has said he has been there before. You know what is happening there. I think we need to sanitize the place and make sure that place make the place make very conducive for people to be able to work there. I think the payment to have to do a salary and make sure we motivate them to be able to do the work for.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good morning. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, Juliet.
Yes,
how are you doing?
I am fine, Juliet. You yourself?
I'm good.
Great.
Johnny, if our mortuarymen intend to undertake
strike
action, it tells you how bad and incompetent the ruling government, including the health minister. Look, the nature of the work of the mortuarymen is something that you and we cannot do. They should pay them. They should give them what is due them. It's so sad and so bad. What kind of country are we running? Please, a quick one. Kaswa, we have been experiencing a lot of doing so. So enough of that.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll talk to ECG. Thank you. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Yes,
good
sir.
Good morning, Johnny.
Yes, good morning. Talk to me.
Yeah. This is Roland, calling from Mama.
Okay, Roland. Let's hear you.
Hello, with the mortuary workers, I'll urge all of them to go on strike.
Oh, why?
Because this issue has been pending for so many years. They are not being respected. How many of us can work at the morgue? Even if you pay me 10,000 Ghana cedis, I will not work at the morgue. You understand? So when you have a few people working, taking care of us while we are no more, and so we don't want to reach those people, what do? Let them go on strike. When they go on strike, our parliamentarians will sit up. They're not doing anything to help the mortuarymen and the mortuarywomen. I want them to go on the strike. I'm very in support of what they are doing. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. And you can also call 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Do you support the mortuarymen who say they want to go on strike? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
My name is Gideon from Afenia.
Yes, sir. Do you support the strike? Do you not support it? Where do you stand?
I support them 120%.
Why?
I have been to the police hospital mortuary, Olibu. I've been to the Tema General Hospital mortuary. And Johnny, I find it difficult sometimes to imagine how these people are living. And a country where you have the finance minister going to read a budget and having people coming to parade at the office to celebrate and jubilate, and you have people like this who are working day and night in that conditions, trying for just something that is due them, and they are not. I'm expecting that they should not go back and see every single penny is paid to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. William, you're laughing.
I'm saying that the minister, if I heard right, had directed that the IGF,
Internal Generator
yes,
Fund,
of the various mocks should be part of it, or all of it should be used to sort this problem out. That's the conversation.
Right.
And I was like, this. I saw this year, Johnny. I gave them ways to make more money so that they could take care of their own. This is here.
They didn't listen. 10 years on.
Good
morning. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's Roland again. You see,
bro.
Last time I went to the Morgue. Right.
Yes, sir.
When I went, I was at the how do we call it? The maternity ward. And then it happened that somebody passed. Maybe the trolley that they push, the noise of the trolley alone will make you run away from the place.
The noise of the trolley in the morgue.
The noise of the trolley alone. The work they are doing is not a child's play. And I don't know why we are refusing to respect them. Yesterday I was watching TV3, and then Bella or something like that, they were discussing 600 cities. The minimum wage for them.
Charlie,
600 cities.
it's bad.
You don't give them anything, and you don't respect them.
And the place is smelling.
The place, you cannot even enter the mall. Johnny, God bless you.
Bless you too, sir. Bless you too,
Bye-bye.
sir. Bye. Charlie.
We even suggested that we're going to launch a nationwide campaign for support because the mocks were in dire situations. And all the evidence is here. Maybe we'll have to pick it up again now that what we predicted long ago is happening. And they're talking about IGF.
Internally generated
And I'm
fund.
saying that, look, what stops you from selling funeral materials or offering other funeral services?
Yeah.
Because the morgue
value addition.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a neat place. If you go to, I don't want to mention the name. Well, for the sake of this conversation,
Transitions.
They have a morgue. They have a place where they sell coffins.
And they have a church, a chapel.
So what stops Olibu from doing it? And they have the land. Look, all these things are here. I sat with them, and I got this. When the matter came, I just went back to my email, and I have it.
So a one-stop shop of
all the issues are raised.
So people can actually have the thing right in there.
Asidiba is here.
A one-stop shop.
Yes.
A one-stop shop. Mr. General Secretary, please come and sit down. Let's have a conversation. General, Magic Papa,
March said. Mama, yeah, say ye tuamuka. Say ye tuamuka. Maybe so. We atamis. Any Mahama. Scanning by. Until you see ye cost striker. Yes, say. And yet. Nay,
Mose mo cost strike oma omo bodies wo ha omo person ba be fa ko no mo be den
nsen den fire ho en fire ho kra
enti se dem pa na mocho workers ne mo hwehwe
ene week we ba omo be aba be fa
sika ben
sakitua na endorso wo fa edwuma ye wa ha ombisa government say ahe no mutua eka
enti say obi wu na say e the body ni free hospital e ba
omugu hospital wo ye nkofa wa na obekwa kofa
bele me fe go agaba yin wo ya gashi
so what anya wo ebi ne aka ade na chew enti oh 50 jeje time Kufuor time. Atamis time. Scanning BP wom yentua. Enti ye ka anokwara. Oh, when say gate ni atum.
Gate there. Baby about this new one.
Yatum. Okay. So we hwe ni ye.
Ma hwe ye se efiada pa na ya nipa befa omo body.
Hwe say yentum ana. Me cast. Messi. Say and two. And I are two.
We too don't get job.
You are
an ambulance
driver.
Yes. Now you spoil out. The people where they all spoil. So try to tell the government to make something for us. We begging. Bye bye.
Thank you.
So that was a mortician from 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And we will take you back to a story that Godwin Asideba also did, Ghana's sick mortuaries. And he was talking about the same set of conditions. How the levels of disrespect have risen, how the mortuaries are unkempt and dirty, how infrastructure has not improved, how the place stinks, how, the people who work there are not giving their due and all of that. Just listen to a bit of the documentary.
It's hard to imagine the sheer number of corpses held up inside the Kolebu Teaching Hospital mortuary. But as one draws closer, reality begins to dawn. A pungent and heady smell. Yet, these mortuary attendants are busy at work, having become immune over the years. Their job is a difficult and life-threatening one. Any little mistake here, and one is bound to contract infections from dead bodies.
Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.
This is how always we go about it.
This has also been worsened by poor working conditions. Due to the lack of space, dead bodies lie on the dirty bare floor with flies hovering around them. This dead baby, with flies almost entering his mouth and nose, left tears in my eyes. Water droplets from dead bodies are stuck on the floor and cannot flow freely due to the terrible nature of the facility. These channels and the morgue, which are to allow the free flow of dirty water, are heavily choked with filth, which breeds maggots.
You are inhaling medicine, inhaling 3, 4, 5 days. You are in trouble. And it is like this, and they brought you. And we are coming to do autopsy. We have to dissect before the pathology will come in. Yes. And bring out organs before the pathology will come in. After that, we have to stitch and come in embalm.
In one of the storage rooms, there is a serious congestion. Initially built to accommodate a few dozens of dead bodies, now loaded with hundreds of dead bodies.
This is one of the biggest storage rooms here at the Kolebu mortuary, where a number of bodies are preserved, from babies, elderly, middle-aged. Everyone is being kept in here for some time before their family members finally come for the bodies. Now, because most of them delay in coming for their bodies, some of the bodies, as you can rightly see here, are deteriorating. They are rotting away. And these mortuary workers will have to face all these challenges as they continue to work here at the Kolebu mortuary.
Joined by two gentlemen in studio who understand the work that we've been trying to describe to you over time. Let them do their own introductions and then we'll get into a conversation. Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice one. Obuku. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How are you, Chief?
Yeah, good morning.
What's the name?
My name is Isaac Ofeba.
And then you are there.
I'm the head of public relations.
Okay.
In Shofel.
Right. And then you are?
Richard Kofi Jordan, General Secretary, Mortuary Workers Association of Ghana, Morgue.
Are you on strike?
We are about to go on strike. He
Why?
tried to start in the
Why do you want to go on strike?
Many reasons. I mean, you will understand, and you know, some years back, we had to issue similar threats to government looking at the conditions in which we're working. We came to an agreement by signing an MOU in November 2020, which is supposed to take effect in 2021, January. But I speak to you, many of the items we agreed on were partially implemented. We have done several follow-ups physically, and then also with written letters. But we've come to realize that it's just too deliberate, that some people do not think that we all even exist as workers, and therefore we deserve what we have agreed on. We are not asking them to give us anything new. We said we negotiated with you, we sat down, led by Fair Wages. Ministry of Finance was there, Employment, Health, Ghana Health Service, and all the parties.
Finance Ministry was
Yes, they were there. They have always been in almost all the negotiations that we had, because they are supposed to pay, or they are supposed to give instructions for payment. And we agreed, and it wasn't forthcoming. We had to follow up, and then later, last month, which is October, on the 1st specifically, we wrote a letter indicating clearly to them the points that are still unresolved.
Right.
And for that matter, if they do not resolve those matters in November, you have...
What are these unresolved issues?
I will come there, but let me end. If these matters are not resolved at that time, which is a full month, then in November there will be a showdown. We're clear in our statement to them.
They didn't listen.
They know this showdown will happen.
They know. What key issues are we talking about which are
We're
outstanding?
talking about some allowances that we agreed to be paid to mortuary workers in attempt to motivate them.
So what are these?
One of them is what we call the commuted overtime allowance.
Okay. What is it?
It's an allowance given to them as commuted. We were asking for an allowance because of the nature of our job and the fact that we spend most times at the mortuary. And government said they couldn't pay us as per when we work. So they want to commute it into 1%.
Overtime, and then they pay you. Yeah.
So don't pay you that way. They'll pay you monthly something amount to at least cover for the overtime.
So you don't get it on a daily basis when
Not
you go
at
to
all.
work,
They
but
couldn't pay.
it's accumulated, and then at the end of the month...
It's not accumulated. They said they couldn't pay you as per when, because our job is about 24 hours. At any time, 1 o'clock, you are moving. So we are always on guard, and we work so much every day. So they cumulated into a percentage of your basic salary.
Okay.
That one.
What percentage was this?
20%.
20%. And then what's the other one?
The other one is the chemical inhalation allowance, which we argue that the risk element in the mortuary environment is so high.
The formalin and everything.
The formalin and other things. So government came and said, okay, fine, let us agree. We'll give you 20% of still your basic salary. You see, but the truth is that the basis is so low that the amount itself is practically insignificant.
How much is it?
It's so low.
How much?
I don't know. Based on your salary.
Okay, but what's the least? What's the...
Oh, you can have, I think, below 1,000. We have below 1,000, so you can imagine the percentage.
People take care of dead bodies in our mortuaries.
No, why not?
And they get less than 1,000.
Before even this, remember, as people were being paid 150 cedis, 200 cedis.
Right.
Remember when we rose the issue?
Right.
And the government decided, let me absorb those who were casuals onto the payroll and all that, and then the salary went up a little. So with the last allowance, which is supposed to be paid by the internally generated funds, which is their clothes and the washing of the clothes allowance, which is 1,000 cedis per annum.
Okay.
So in effect, it's just 80 cedis a month.
For the whole year?
For the whole year. And that is what we've been fighting for, including the partially...
For the past 2.5 years. 3 years.
2.5 years, 3 years, because we are just in October 2020.
2020, so I see.
So that is what we've been fighting for. We've given them ample time to resolve them, but we realized that they would rather prefer Armageddon.
Mr. Piero,
Johnny.
Penny giddy giddy and up penny bro.
Oh,
because the man, he said they're going to give you people a showdown.
Yes. He mentioned that a couple of times, but I would say that most of the issues he's talking about has actually been taken care of.
Okay.
Looking at the 20% accumulation that he's been saying, he's aware that controller have facts that they should validate, so that those who have not received should be paid, and that assignment had been given to him.
When will that start? The end of the month?
Yes, they should.
Today is wrapping up the month.
If by close of day, Labour Commission is able to give us a deadline, we have to comply with that. Because we, as at yesterday, was informed by the ministry that this is what controller is saying, that we need a validation.
When did controller agree to this, to say go and validate it and go and do it?
Initially, controller had started paying some of them already, but some have not been paid. And so there's therefore the need for a validation, so that we are able to know who had not received and who had received that amount. And so it depends on them. And most of them are also dead already. So we can't actually say that the 350 mortuary workers that we have, yes, the 350 mortuary workers that we have are all present.
Right.
He actually admitted that, and so he took it upon himself that let me go and do the proper validation.
Okay.
Then I come back with people who have not received, so that we put that list to controller for onward payment.
But why do they always have to fight you, scream, they fight the system? I was just playing back a story that we did 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I was playing back a Sidibe story from about 2 years ago. I was playing story from 6 years ago. Same issues every time.
Yes, you see,
why do they always have to fight?
Johnny, issues regarding labor issues that the Ministry of Health alone cannot take those decisions. You have Ministry of Labor Relations coming in, the unions and all that. And so some of these issues, at the ministry, we are able to do what we are expected to. He is aware that we have documents, letters written to the Ministry of Finance, the acknowledgement, the order given to Controller and Accountant General Department for them to be able to execute the payment to them. Looking at the allowances they are talking about, you see, we have agencies under the ministry, like the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Tamale Teaching Hospital, who are financially a bit better than the district hospitals. All the district hospitals we are talking about are under Ghana Health Service. And so when we charge some allowances against their internally generated fund, most of these hospitals, we believe, will have challenges as compared to the big ones that we all know. And so there is a policy being driven out so that those petty allowances can be taken out from the hospitals, so that we are able to migrate that.
What is the nature of this policy? William, for example, has a whole value addition plan.
Yes, I guess
10 years ago.
I just saw William and the kind of document is
10 years ago.
Yeah, so maybe after this, we will need to consult. It's a big thing that one person cannot say.
But
that
what does your policy look like? The policy that you want to bring to, for example, satisfy this prerequisite that they're talking
after
about.
After the agreement had been signed and it was charged against the IGF. From the layman point of view, the Honorable Minister is saying that no, this cannot be sustained. So it will be better as we work along with this. We have a policy that is directed to our policy directorate for them to come out with something, so that going forward we add them to our normal budget. That government rather pay those allowances to them, because when you go to some of our motorists and those at the district level, Johnny, they can't be compared to those that we have here in the cities. And so at the meeting, he was saying that their major problem will be with Ghana Health Service. Not that Ghana Health Service will refuse to pay the money. The Ghana Health Service, meeting those challenges financially, would have impediment on the payment.
Do you consider their conditions of service? I'm not just talking about money, but the quality of the workplace as enshrined in the Labour Act 651. The quality, the safety and quality of the workplace where they come to do this service to all of us. All right. Is it of topmost priority to your ministry and the Ghana Health Service?
It is, because we have a complete agency for it. And he can attest to the fact that the new Director General for the new registrar has taken it upon himself, visited almost all the facilities to assess the situation on the ground. He's been working hand in hand with him, formulating policies that will start from recruitment, condition of services, and then your exit. How you're going to exit from the service. And that is being worked on.
I see.
So we acknowledge the fact that there are challenges. But we are also saying that the ministry is putting a lot of effort into ensuring that those conditions are changed.
Majed, would you still go on strike? Because he has explained that there's work in progress.
You know, we've heard these things for a very long time. When they come, they talk nicely. We're on course, it's in pipeline and all that. It's good. I appreciate his position. I don't want to argue with him.
It is underway.
And that underway about 2 years in Africa. And that's it. The reality now is that members of the mortuary are tired. They will prefer to see money even when today in their pocket. That is where we've got into.
So you appreciate that Mr. Ofeban's work is hard at this time, trying to explain.
He has to try it because he's even new. He has to understand this. It's a difficult challenge for him. But let me also appreciate the
But
chief.
you have not answered my question. Will you people still go on strike?
Yeah, we will if solution is not sorted out today.
Today?
Oh, we are starting today in the afternoon. The only difference is that we have asked our members to be at work as we speak.
Okay.
Because we believe that we believe in resolution rather than action. If the problems are solved, why not? Like he stated, I've seen a letter that has directed all the agencies to pay. I have a copy. I've seen a letter directing controller to pay. Controller is asking for validation. That has been sorted out. I've seen some other things being done, but we want it to be. Let's have.
You want the
timelines.
money to reflect.
What our here. Even if we don't get the money today, we should have timelines within the shortest possible time, so we'll keep the strike in abeyance.
I see, but then again, so what nature would this strike be? They will come to work, but they won't do anything.
Armageddon.
If you come,
ghost town.
There's nothing going to happen.
Who is going to go
You're
there?
not embalming anybody.
You will see flies.
You're not going to stitch up anybody.
Nobody is going to go to
apply
work.
formalin.
They will have fun with their girlfriends and wives and children at home. At least it will be a nice day to rest.
But then you can't do that in an hospital, a busy place like Kolebu, where...
Do we have to decide when Kolebu workers are they not part of the suffering? You have seen the video of the whole Kolebu.
The conditions, the Morgue.
And then do they even have the moral right? I have a problem when they even have that right to talk about we are doing something. Under this condition, human beings working in there as if it's a dumping site. He sitting there, would he prefer to work there?
Do you think the country doesn't care about you?
The country is not serious. We are sick, including myself maybe. Because sincerely, I am sick when I see that things will have to be done and people and they are still there. In some serious jurisdiction, people who are supposed to do certain things, when they fail and it is becoming a national pandemic, they are fired. Straightforward. Where we have gotten to now is a serious matter. The lives of people are involved. People are supposed to enjoy this allowance. Some of them, he said many of them are dead. Where would you send them the money to the grave? They are gone. It is possible because of some financial constraints they couldn't have at the hospital to pay for bills. They lost their lives. And let me tell you the funny part of it. If you have an agreement in 2021, 2022, and you are supposed to give me 200 in 2021, and you pay that 200 in 2023, the value is practically gone.
Time value of money is gone.
It's depreciated entirely. So the money they are even giving is eroded a little by Russia.
But have you factored that time value of money conversation?
That will be another counter proposal. They will object it upright. We may even have to do that.
Is that what they do to you?
That's
when
what
you
they
enter
do.
the meeting, Finance Ministry, Ministry of Health, Labor Commission, everybody. Then that's how they treat you.
You can't treat me that way. They know. But to the general public, to the general mortuary workers, I think it'd be unfair that they have been relegated to this background. It's too unfair.
But look at the timing of when you want to go on strike.
It's strategic.
Thursday,
well planned.
It's a market day, as you people call it.
It's strategic.
Friday is a market day. Saturday is a market. Then that's when you want to go on strike.
It's a Machiavellian tactics. You see, the thing is that you have to be strategic in whatever you do. We know that this is the last burial time before Christmas.
Right.
We have been very patient. Look, when we wrote them a letter, we indicated that it was going to happen. Oh, I keep telling you.
Right.
They were early. They know.
But is it not interesting that you are wearing that clothing?
I'm wearing
clothing?
black because I lost my junior sister last week. One mother, one father.
Oh, sorry about that. But
through negligence at the hospital.
Which hospital?
Bad negligence, I won't mention.
Oh, but if there's negligence.
Very bad negligence. So what? That I'm grieving.
So all the pastors who are begging you not to go.
You know, your honorable said, if I become president, pastor, even pastors, mintie, or he never mintie. What we have gotten now is that ministry has the chief director and his team. They've been able to make some headway. He's been very instrumental when it comes to this our issue. He's a new minister, chief, and he's been very, very, very up and doing. I saw him moving to Ministry of Finance 2 times.
So consider him and say that look, PRO is new, chief director is new. At least they are they're making a frantic effort. So use that and say,
that
okay,
is
let
the
me give them
reason
the
why
benefit
we
of
are
the
not
doubt.
on strike yet. Let me be frank. He's the reason why we are still
the chief director.
The chief director. And one person I'll mention, Honorable Ofosu Asamoah, the National Labour Commission. They are the very reason why we are still not on strike.
What have they been telling you?
They've been talking. I know the effort they are making, and I know the position they stand when it comes to our issue. The chief director has been very up and doing.
But the country is in a difficult moment.
We are not in a difficult moment. I'm telling you.
The president says we are not in a good place.
The political elite has never indicated to us, show us anywhere that the country is broke. Alole.
No, I don't know. Explain to me.
I live in this country as a Ghanaian. I love my country. Nobody loves Ghana more than anybody. Somebody should not think that to be Mokusmo country. No. We all love our country.
Right.
The problem is that some people are failing to do what they are supposed to do. Peanuts. But tell me, how many of them have reduced their allowances, their petrol, all of their car maintenance, girlfriend, and all that? They still take it.
You're worried about their girlfriends.
It's very important because it pains us that when people are working, implemented, re-implementers on the ground are suffering. Then the people who are already blowing your air conditions, who sign documents without even thinking about what they sign sometimes, will begin to enjoy on the ordinary Ghanaian who is working 24 hours.
So you also want to have girlfriends?
What she know?
We should leave that matter. Because you're talking about their girlfriends, and I get the indication that you also, if you get, you will do. But because you don't have the means now, because they don't pay you.
Do you know the nature of our job?
No, tell
Leave
me.
a dead body for 3 days without touching, to start rotting. So you always have to do something. You're always working. There's no space for...
You're lifting the bodies.
The physical lifting, Ghanaian, we're doing things manual. If I'm dead now, my weight is almost doubled. And imagine you have 2 people in a mortuary, some places 1 or 3. How are they supposed to work, go on leave, rest with their family, and all that? We are living in time bomb. That is the path we are going.
Mr. PRO,
yes,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
If nothing happens, you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, we know the challenges he's been raising, and like he rightly said, the chief director, the honorable minister himself, have taken this issue so serious.
He mentioned the chief director and you, not the minister.
No, the minister, because he wasn't in the country. I think
the minister, everything that the chief director does is under the instructions of the honorable
I'm talking
minister.
about somebody I've not seen the minister.
Yes, but behind the scene we know.
So you can't mention the minister.
Exactly. Yeah. But he can, but he might know what is happening.
Yeah.
I don't.
He can attest to the fact that
he is a civil servant, so he has to play ball.
He can attest to the fact that
you can free.
So it's like what he's saying. The chief director has been a bit instrumental in this particular issue, as well as the honorable minister himself, Honorable Kwekwa Edumameno. But then the issues raised at the ministry's point, from the ministry's point of view, we think that we have done a lot of commitment. And like I said, this is a tripartite thing.
They want timelines.
The timelines, we go to Labour Commission this morning,
and then we decide that.
And then the timelines will be set there. Because we have directed at the meeting, the chief executives of the various teaching hospitals decided that immediate effect. Some even give assurance that by today and tomorrow they will see the accounts, the monies reflecting in their pocket.
Right.
But our major concern has to do with the district hospitals. And so we're going to take the timeline today.
Whether they are able to afford the
IGF to be able
angle
to pay.
of their
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you don't take...
But they made a proposal.
If you don't... You see, you make the proposal and then the person is not able to honor the proposal, it becomes a challenge, and that is where the ministry will have
But that was the basis of your agreement at the meeting, because I've seen a letter that has been received by Fair Wages, Finance Ministry, your ministry.
Yes.
That was the basis of the agreement.
Exactly, and that is why...
So if you were not too sure, what were you agreeing?
No,
I'm not saying you, but I'm saying the entities.
Yes, exactly.
If you were not too sure,
They even proposed it.
What were you promising them?
No, we knew very well that they would be able to. Let me put it this way. When the Director General was part of this particular meeting, and he was part of this MOU that has been signed, but we can attest to the fact that some of the district hospitals, where they are located, and looking at the charges, definitely some may have challenges. And those are the things that we are putting in place to ensure that when we are paying, they are all mortuary workers. So you can't say that the mortuary worker in Kolebu should be enjoying, while a mortuary worker at maybe Jinjini should not be.
I see.
And that is what we are all going to Labour Commission today.
I'm looking for
timeline.
I'm looking for solutions.
Yes.
Chief, Manche, what timelines are your people expecting you to go and table this money?
We're expecting that December, no money should be left before January.
By December, you should clear everything.
Everything should. It's not. It's the amount is insignificant. It's practically too down to affect anything. He knows. It's too small to talk about even next year. It will be disgraceful on their team.
So it should not enter 2024.
No, they are even talking about next week. But to give them the grace, we must take those money before Christmas.
You want to enjoy that money during
It's not
Christmas.
even anything. I told you, racing has taken everything away. Because
so this morning,
yes,
if somebody comes to Kolebu with a dead body,
they are working.
They will work.
We are working until we go to the National Labour Commission, and if things go wrong,
depending on the song they sing there,
if things go wrong, because things if it can go wrong anytime, well, we have agreed. I won't say it here, but if things go wrong, then Armageddon will begin.
I don't understand you. So this morning, when you leave here, you are going to the National
Labour Commission at 11 a.m.
If things go wrong, where that means that what? If they
it
don't,
means that we are all going to. Everybody will just.
If they don't say what you want them to say,
yes,
that's
and they know what they want. They know what we are expecting from them. I've indicated
that
it
by December.
December Prudential is far. It's just that I know systems will have to go through certain procedure, writing and all that, and auditing purposes and all that. So you have to do things. That is why we are even allowing the grace. Even with this, the strike is not going to be called off. We are going to keep it in abeyance so that we don't need to notify them before.
So that if there's a delay, then you drop the ball. Boss.
We are doing this. It's a very painful decision. It's a very painful decision for me to even be talking about this. A whole country is going to be held ransom. Look at the economic implication and the investment implication to have on this country. I know. Look at the mess and even the proposed or whatever, the pandemic that is likely to spark. Another thing. And look at the frustration and the financial loss to even families who are already prepared the obituary and all that Friday. I mean, it's
very serious.
It's a very serious, it's a time bomb.
Because if I've planned my funeral and I'm coming there to come and pick up the body on Thursday, on Friday, I come, you say, oh, because you didn't like the song they sang in there, so you are on strike. You'd have damaged my arrangements with the caterer, DJ, if I'm using a band, the church, ambulance or hearse driver.
In fact, everything, apart from the financial loss to the individuals, the risk factor in this country. What about investors? What about people who are living here?
What risk factor are we looking at?
When Kolebu is broken down and Kofanoti is closed. Because see, at every 2 hours, Kolebu, they go around for about 50 bodies.
Wow. Every 2 hours?
So it's really a national security matter. And they are playing with it. They should not blame us.
You can't say we are playing with that.
You've played with it. Maybe you are doing it.
Chief, in principle, can you say that the December timeline that they have been gracious enough, according to him, to give you, can you say that you can work within it?
Oh, we can work within that because it's the onus now lies with the individual hospitals. We had done exactly what we are supposed to do
from the top, administratively, policy level.
If not for uniformity, some would have started receiving the money by close of day.
I see.
But because uniformity, we are saying that by next week, all facilities should pay their mortuary workers. So that we don't.
By next week.
We are saying by next week. That has been the directive. It is with immediate effect. So when we go to Labour Commission will give us a timeline.
I pray that God makes you all sing one song at the Labour Commission.
But this is not a time for prayer.
This is a time for.
This is a time for action.
Is it because you have seen too many people die? That's why the thing is normal. It's like normal.
It is normal. Why would you be worried about dead people flying? You should be worried about those who are alive. That is what we have always placed value on.
We should place value on the living.
Exactly. That is what we have always done. It's only when you are coming to a body of why. That's all. The workers themselves, nobody cares.
Mr. General Secretary, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
May God touch you and may Armageddon not happen. Mr. PR, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
We're grateful. William.
The ministry will show up so that there will be no showdown.
Yes, you have to show up. El Lizato. My name is Johnny Hughes. Have a good morning.